Abstract Picasso faces. Hello, little artist. It's Mr. Brush, Miss Christina, and Pablo Picasso. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Today we're gonna make a crazy, or in art we say abstract Picasso face. Can you say abstract? Good job. Abstract art means when something doesn't look real. It's not realistic. So we can tell that this face that Pablo painted is not real because of a few things. Can you find one of the things that does not look real? Good job. Nobody has yellow or green skin. And if you look closely, it looks like I can see the side of a nose and not on the side of the face, right? The nose is in the middle. And all of these like shapes and fingers and different colors. So abstract art, we can still tell it's a person, but it looks different. It looks not real, kind of crazy and silly. So today, hello Mr. Brush, hello Pablo. We're gonna be using a pencil and some oil pastels. Remember, a pencil can erase. So I'm gonna start by drawing the shape of the face. Now you can keep it very simple, okay, like the letter U, and connect it to make what shape? An oval. Okay, remember you can erase pencils, so if you think you might need to erase, use a pencil. Or you can just go ahead and start to use the oil pastels. They are not crayons, although sometimes people call them oil crayons, but in art, the correct term is oil pastel. They are nice and vibrant. That means they show up really well. You don't have to just use black. You can use different colors too. So, a Picasso face, to be a face, it needs some eyes and noses and mouths. Mouths! I mean mouths. So I'm going to give you a few little idea sheets to help you, but they're just kind of some ideas to help you pick some different shapes. So I think I'm going to pick, maybe this like diamond-y shaped eye. Maybe this one will be close to the top of the head. Cool. Kind of looks like a clown shape. And maybe I'll pick, I like that one. It's like his eye is turned to the side. It's like we're seeing it in profile view. So Picasso, he would combine profile view and viewing somebody from the front. So if you look at somebody from the front, you can see both eyes, their nose, and their mouth. If you look at somebody from the side or profile view, you can only see one eye, half of their nose, the outline of their nose, half of their mouth. So Picasso, he would put profile view in some of his artwork, even though you could see both eyes. So I think I'm gonna copy Picasso, and I'm gonna add like maybe this is half of the face looking this way. Remember, you don't have to copy mine. You are the artist, so you can decide how you want yours to look. So I think I'll just do a mouth here Okay, now if you wanted to do, one of these other mouths, of course you can. You are the artist. Maybe I'll give it a little nostril and maybe some eyebrows to kind of go along with that diamond shape. Maybe an eyebrow going this way. Cool, I'm liking it. All right, so every portrait that we're doing where the head and the neck and the shoulders fit in is called like a bust. So the bust means like going up from your shoulders and up to your head. So I want to put a neck here. So if you feel your neck, you can feel one line on that side and one line on that side. And then you can put some clothes on. So you could wear your favorite shirt, your favorite dress. I mean, you can make this imaginary Picasso face wear whatever you want. So I'm gonna start here at the neck and then just kind of curve a little bit for the shoulders. We won't see, this is not a full body portrait. We're filling up the space, and we can add some, maybe we'll make it like Picasso's shirt. He's kind of famous for wearing his stripes. One of my students asked me, is he in jail? No. He did like to break the art rules though. But Picasso said, learn the rules first in art, so then you can break them. So he used to be an artist that drew everything perfect. He was a prodigy. That means he was a genius, a child genius. Just gonna add some ears. And he did draw perfect for a very long time. But then he was like, this is boring. I can do this all day. So he started to create different kind of art. Maybe I'll make this side have long hair. Maybe wavy. And maybe this side, I'll make it have curly, swirly hair. Remember, you are the artist. So a lot of times students will come up and say, Miss Christina, can I do this? And I tell them, you know the answer to that. You are the artist. Cool, I love it. All right, we are gonna add some color. I'm not gonna color everything in because I will use some watercolor paint in a minute, but I'm gonna use this to kind of resist and to show some highlights and colors. So maybe they'll have some purple lipstick. Maybe one lip will be blue. Maybe they'll have a red eye. Ooh, kind of creepy. So that's what I love about Picasso, is that he reminds us art does not have to be perfect. Art does not have to be beautiful. Art can be ugly. Art can be weird. Art can be scary. Art can show any kind of emotion, right? Humans don't just feel happy all the time. We feel all kinds of ways. So art should show that. Maybe I'll make a pattern on there. Now there's one little secret that I forgot to tell you. This is a white oil pastel. Now when I use it, I'm gonna draw a spiral right here on her cheek. Now you might be able to see it just a little bit, but if you remember from art projects that we've done before. Oil pastels and watercolor paint. When I use that paint, what will happen? Do you remember? They resist. That means they don't mix, they push away, they resist. So we'll see that in just a minute. I accidentally broke my oil pastel. If you did that, don't stress. Now you have two. We'll just keep it in the same spot, and then we can use both, right? I can still use this little guy. I think I'll add some fun secret white lines on the neck. Maybe I want the white of the eye to stay white, or if I have teeth on mine and I want them to stay white, I can use a white oil pastel. All right, I'm gonna speed up the video and add a few more details. Okay, now comes my favorite part, painting. We are using watercolor paint, so that means what will happen when I use it with oil pastels? It will mix. Resist. You got it. All right, so remember, you can either use your paintbrush and water, and you can rub it back and forth to kind of activate the paint, make it nice and juicy is what we like to say in art. And then I should have pressed pretty hard with my oil pastel for this to work. And then I can just paint over it. Oh my gosh, it's actually so satisfying to not have to try to stay in the lines on this spiral and it resists like that. Oh, that's amazing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up our painting. We're gonna make sure that we take our time. That's right. Try your best. And we always like to have fun in art class. Whoops, I went into the ear a little bit. That's okay. Wow, love it. All right, so I'm gonna give my brush a bath. And I'll make sure that you have a few different sizes to get into different parts. I think I'll use some green for the neck. And then, let's use this bright green. Make sure you rub it. Don't give your brush a bad hair day. Let me show you a bad hair day. Ah! Yeah, nobody wants to use this brush now, and unfortunately, I've tried to repair him, but I just can't fix him back normal. So whenever you're using the brushes, please know that we have to share them. And even if they're our own brushes, we still want to try to take care of our stuff, right? So I'm going to take my time, try my best, and I'm going to try to stay in the lines. So one thing that will help your artwork stand out or look better is to kind of, section it off. So the neck, I'm painting, this one color green, and it's different from this part of the face, which is blue. Blue and green are different colors. I probably wouldn't paint the whole face green and then the neck green too. We want it to be colorful, we want it to stand out. Maybe I'll use this nice dark blue. Ooh, that is really nice. I really enjoy how that contrast means it's different than the gold and red little stripes that I put in there. All right, I think you know the basics for watercolor. Just remember to give your brush a bath whenever you switch colors, okay? And remember, if you want the colors to mix. So why don't we go over that really quickly? I'll mix some colors here. So I'm gonna use this pinkish red right here. And you can see I'm using it like a little ballerina on her little tippy toes right there. And using that point to just go slowly. And oops, some of my oil pastel is not resisting. That might happen to you. If that happens to you, that means that when you use the oil pastel, you have to press down hard. If I don't press down hard enough, there's not enough oil in it to push away the paint. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're using the oil pastel. All right, so I need to take my brush. I'm gonna visit another color. Let's see, I might visit this dark blue. Oh, I like that. And I'm gonna do a technique called wet on wet. So I'm gonna just drop or touch little blue dots, dark blue dots into the red paint. And oh my gosh, it is moving and grooving. And what is happening there? It's almost like tie-dye. It is mixing. It's called wet on wet. So if you want that technique, I use 2 wet colors. So I put 1 wet color down first. So here I'm putting like purple. And I could add another color on top for that tie-dye effect if you want to do that. Picasso, he didn't really use a lot of watercolor paint. He used oil paint in his artwork. He used oil pastels. Oil paint is very stinky and it ruins your paintbrushes. You can only use those paintbrushes for oil paint. And you have to use a special chemical to clean them. So watercolor paint is a little bit safer for kids. Or you could use tempera paint, even acrylic. Acrylic does not like to come out of your clothes though. And I don't think your mom and dad would like that. Maybe they'd be okay. Ooh, so what happened there? I got a little bit of blue in there, right? That means that blue over there did not finish drying. That's one of the magical properties about watercolor. So it can look really nice when that happens, and sometimes it might not look that nice. So you have to learn how to control it. Alrighty, I'm gonna speed up the video so you can see my finished product. That means my finished artwork when I'm done. I cannot wait to see what you make. Take your time, try your best, and have fun.